Hey. So, welcome. My name is Ebenezer Pinkram, and from Ghana. I love watching YouTube, and so I decided to make a channel for myself. So, voila, welcome to my channel. I might be teaching a lot of things in the coming days. I have so many ideas in my head that I want to put across, and I believe YouTube is a great place to push my content. I haven't watched and learned a lot from other people on the internet. I think that it is right about a good time for me to also start sharing something to the world, because as one of the people that I follow say, you have to challenge yourself. You need to push yourself and move out of your comfort zone. My comfort zone has always been the one to be the viewer, always looking at people doing their videos, telling me stuff that I should do, and it has always intrigued me how comfortable they were speaking on camera, trying to draw the audience to themselves, trying to make sure that the people that are watching them feel like know and trust them, build that relationship with them, and then in the end they are able to sell their products to them. So that is also my ultimate goal myself as a YouTuber now, to hopefully build trust with you, my viewer, watching me, and then obviously in the end I would have to sell you something. Yeah. One of the YouTubers I follow say that he formerly used to hate salesmen, but he has now realized that sales is the best way to generate income online. And so myself, I believe that is the only way. If you want to make money online, you need to love sales. You need to want to sell to people, because that is the only way that money can be generated, unless you just want to do it for fun. But if you are interested in making money online, you need to learn marketing, you need to learn how to sell, you need to learn copywriting, you need to learn a whole lot. So maybe I might be salesy to some of you, might not. I might try my best to be educative as much as I can, but let's see how it goes. This is actually my first video, or my first video of myself talking to myself, looking into a camera. So if I make some mistakes, pardon me. Yeah, I've not done it before. This is my first time, but I hope that as time goes on, I will be able to improve on myself and do things a whole lot better. So that is just me now. I'm currently in Accra. Yeah, residing with my uncle. So I'm just waiting this morning for us to go to work. He drops me off at school. I'm not actually in school anymore. School means where I work. So yeah, it's a university. So he drops me around the area. Then I find my way there. Yeah, we usually close at 5. So we start at 8 and close at 5. So I have a very long day. Usually come to the house around 7:30. But it's okay. I mean, the returns are good, so we can't complain after a month's work. So just hanging in my second month as a national service student, national service personnel. It's been interesting. Mm, I never worked before this time. I've never ever worked before this time, so this is my first working experience, and I must say I'm really enjoying it. My line manager and my colleagues are very very welcoming. At first I was speaking to them like they were my lecturers in a university back at UCC. I completed UCC. I went to University of Cape Coast, Ghana, and so I was relating to them as my lecturers. I had still not come to terms with the fact that I was no more a student. I was now a, a, a worker, and so there's a different way workers relate to each other. But I mean, I've been a student almost for how many years now? For 18-ish, I think 17, 16 years of my life. And so it has been drummed into my head that this is the teacher, this is the student, this is how we relate, and a whole lot of stuff. So in the beginning, it was a little bit tough calling their names. I was asked to call them by their first names, which I have never done before. Looking at my age, I've never looked at another elderly person and called him by the first name. I usually call them with Mister or Miss or Madam, as I did in school. So it was pretty tough learning that, but I think now I'm able to. So far, after 1 month and getting to my second month, I'm able to relate with them. Yeah, so it's better now. I can sometimes call them by their first name, not always. I try to sometimes call them by their first names and see. Yeah, so it's getting better. It's amazing. There is free tea in the morning, the free air condition, free internet. That is why I'm even making this channel, because I get access to Wi-Fi 24/7. Not 24/7, I mean, but when I'm in the office from 8 to 5, the internet connection is on. And I mean, sometimes it's boring in the office doing nothing, sitting down, just looking up into the air. And I mean, so sometimes I use the spare time I have to watch some few highlights online, to watch some few marketing videos, to watch some few motivational videos and inspirational videos. I don't know if any of you are interested in motivation and all of that, but I love that a lot. I listen to motivational speakers. I've been learning more and more of the ability to change your life as a human being with most of the things that we can do with our mind. I've come to learn a lot about the power of the mind, and so maybe as time goes on, we'll talk more on that, the power of the mind, how the mind works, and how you can manifest anything you want to manifest in your life. I follow Bob Proctor a lot. He's one of the great YouTubers I follow. He has a very interesting perspective to life, and so far not been able to buy any of his programs. I know now I can afford some of his programs that are quite affordable, but still I am investing in other programs, hoping that those online programs would help me generate some substantial cash flow. Then when I get that cash, yeah. Hello there. So good morning once again. Yeah, I think this day 2 now. You can see I'm in a new shit. Yeah. So I tried recording something. I think in the first video I didn't end my statement and my memory card was full, so I had to record another video. But I checked and that video was not playing, so I don't know why. But now I'm back to using my internal memory, which is not big as well. So this video as well will not be that long. But I was talking about Bob Proctor and how I think his teachings are very relevant for us as entrepreneurs or as human beings. He talks a lot about the power of the mind, the ability to manifest whatever you want, because we have the power to do so, but many of us do not know how to capitalize on this power and make use of it. So I've been learning a lot from his teachings, and he knows what he's saying, he knows what he's about. He's a man that has experienced whatever that he's saying, so I really trust him. So now I'm building up my cash flow to a point where I can invest in one of his courses, and I know that when I do that, my life will instantly change to a new level. I'm changing slowly to another perspective. I know that with him, things are going to skyrocket and shoot up. So today, I was just getting ready as well. I'm ready for work today too. Today is Friday, that's why I'm in my casual way. We are doing registration for the students. So we are supposed to be in an attire that represents the school. So that is why I'm in my t-shirt today, getting ready for work, waiting for my uncle to get done. Then we'll be out to do something today too before the day ends. So I just thought, why not continue? I want to do a collage of videos and join them together and put it on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to build a new YouTube channel, and there are methods that I've learned that are showing me how to do that. So that is the main purpose of doing these videos, and I pray that I might be able to get to the point where I realize the dream I have always wanted to, that is earning money online, and I believe this is one way I can do that. So yeah, this is me, yeah, today to here, looking at myself as if I'm in a mirror. It feels daft though. I now know why it takes a lot of courage for people to get on camera, because it's not easy just sitting down, talking to yourself, seeing yourself in your camera. I mean, it's a little bit weird, but I mean, I know it will get normal as time goes on. The people that I watch a lot always said so, so I know definitely it will work out for each and every person. The more you do, the more you practice, the more you become perfect. So the more I convince myself that I need to do this and I get on camera, the more comfortable I become. So the day I release a better video, you would see that there is a difference between what I did that day and what I'm doing today, because there has been a process. People do not like coming out of their comfort zone. I do not like being on camera. I don't like speaking to myself when no one is in my room, like I'm a mad person. But I am doing it now because it is a preparatory stage. I'm preparing myself to a stage where I can make an hour-long video talking to the camera, because I know some people will be listening, but for now it will seem as if no one is listening, no one is watching. But I know definitely someone will meet this video and watch, someone will meet this video and take a look at it and learn something from it. And so that is why I am making it. And so I just want to tell you that if you're still watching this video, you can help this video out by subscribing to this channel. You can also do me so well by hitting the like button to motivate me, and also share this video to your social media. Make it spread. That is the only way you're going to motivate me to continue to make these videos, because man, it's hard to stay consistent. And this is not just saying it, it's because when I woke up this morning, I didn't feel like making any video to continue what I started. But I learned something from Proctor yesterday, that it takes consistency to be successful. It's only successful people that do things that they do not want to do when they have to do it. And so what it means is that, you see, some people give excuses when situation and other things arise in their lives to make room for them not to do something that they ought to do. But if you want to be a success in life, even if things are not going on well, even if you have having a down day, the moment you have committed to do a specific task or action, no matter what, you need to do that action, because consistency create success. And so I want to be consistent with what I'm doing now. That is why, even though I did not feel like getting on camera today, I said no, I need to move out of my comfort zone. I've been the one in I've always been the one watching at this, making these videos. I've always been comfortable looking at people making money online and telling myself I want to make money online, but never taking the action to do it. And so I want to prove to myself that no, this is not my comfort zone. I don't do this on a normal day, but I want to do this because I know this is one of the avenues that is going to help me to get to the stage where I want to get. So I'm gradually cementing some of the principles I learned from Proctor into my own life, and it has been very helpful. Many a times we make statements that connote negativeness, but we do not know these statements connote negativeness. Something like managing, coping, and all those kind of statements, they connote some sense of negativity, but people think it's like a normal thing to say. But now now that I'm aware of how negative thoughts and negative words affect our lives, so I'm quite particular about saying certain things to myself, because I know that whatever I speak out, it is going to come true. And it is going to come true. If you tell yourself you are broke, you are going to be broke for the rest of your life. No matter what you do, you are going to be broke, because in your mind you have conditioned yourself to think that you are broke. And so even when money is coming your way, you will still feel and live broke. But when you tell yourself, I'm a success, I have abundance in me, I am rich, I am successful, I am an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you are, or whatever it is that you aspire to be, I am a great visionary. And when you tell yourself positive things and you condition your mind to accept those positive things, even though that is not your present circumstances, definitely it is going to come true one day. And things are falling in place for me since I started implementing some of these. It sometimes feels weird, like you are in Ghana and you are saying you want to earn $10,000 a month, but that is a goal that I am on. So I decided to make a video this evening, but since I lost it from my camera, I've been trying to search it, but I can't. But that will not deter me. I know that it's just a setback that I need to overcome. Then means whatever I've shared, I shared some powerful stuff in that video. I was thinking of uploading it and then trying to inspire people with it, but I can't seem to find it for myself on my phone. I used this same phone to take it, and I was just looking at it to see if I could find it, then play it for myself to watch before I play it on my channel. But it seemed, because it was a 50-minute video, you can imagine what I was saying. So because of the 50-minute video, I think my phone could not save it. So I just saw something that says still shooting 40 minutes something seconds. So I'm sure when I'm doing this, it actually lasts for 40 minutes on my phone before it can be able to save it, but I didn't know. So yeah, I've learned now. So I made some powerful statements in that video, thinking that I could influence some lives with that, but all the same, I just said this will not dampen my spirit. For some people, after this, they will just give up and try to go and do something else. But I'm doing this second video again to tell myself that I'm not giving up doing this stuff. I'm going to continue to do it. Even you will see on this channel, even the day I'm sick, I would make a video telling you that I'm sick, telling you I'm not feeling well, and give you the results I want to give you. Because I know that the more I put effort into it, the more I do more than I want to even do myself, the better my results are going to be, the faster my results are going to be. That is what I want to achieve, and I'm going to achieve that on this channel for all of you to see. You are going to see the transition right from my early beginnings to where I'm planning on going. So I'm just making this video to tell you that that you should never be allow things to set you back. I've recorded almost an hour long video and it's just vanished from my phone. If it was someone, the person would be crying, cursing, asking why it didn't. But I want to look at the positive side. Maybe if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have known that my memory or my phone does not accept videos that is over 40 minutes. But now I know that my limit should be a 40-minute video. Anything above that, I know it will not capture it. But now I know anything below that, I know my phone will be able to capture it. So we always learn from our mistakes. If this had not happened, and maybe after I've gone through my task for a while, then I wanted to make a long video and I did this, I would have been more frustrated than now, because now I'm under no pressure to bring out these videos because I have not set out on the challenge yet. But if I had set out on the challenge and I had this setback, I would have really been more frustrated than I am now. So I'm really glad I know what I need to do now, so that going forward in my challenge I will be more consistent, because I know how long it should take me to bring out the message I have to bring out, and I know I have to deliver in this amount of time. So everything happens for a purpose. Do not always see the bad side of everything that happens. I could have seen the bad side. I've wasted an hour recording this video for my viewers, but now I don't think anyone would see that video. But I know I made it. So you see, you should not allow things to set you back. I'm started to make this video, encouraging myself that I'm still going to make this video no matter what. I'm going to make sure that every day I put out one video, no matter what happens. Even if it's a minute video or 2 seconds video, I'm going to make it and put it out because someone needs it. All that I discussed in the video was about thoughts, actions, and results. I was talking about how your thoughts affect your actions and your actions affect your results. So I was thinking that it was amazing that today the preacher for our English service was speaking on the power of thoughts, and I love the message so much because for some months now I've been listening to Bob Proctor and other mindsets, mentors, motivational speakers, and inspirational speakers, and all those people that talk about the power of the mind. So I was very, very much excited when the topic was preached on this morning, and the way he delivered, man, I was very, very happy with his delivery. He actually gave us scriptures that were in the Bible that makes us out, makes that is even telling us that. I've not maybe I knew, but I did not pay attention to it. But the Bible actually tells us everything we need to know in life. But I didn't actually pay attention to it until today when the man of God was speaking, because he gave us like what is in the Bible. The Bible tells us about the power of our mind, and that our mind controls everything that we do. And it is true. That is what all these other speakers are talking about. The mind controls whatever that we do, but we don't pay attention to these things, and it affects our life. But now, after I listened to the message, and after I listened to some of the mentors I have, I now believe that, man, my mind is limitless. My mind is greater than anything I can ever think of or imagine. So I should not limit myself in anything I'm doing. Do not limit. That's what I want to put across. Do not limit yourself in anything. Your mind is too powerful to be limited, and to limit yourself into doing small things. Think big. Think big. Think big. Think big. You are created for bigger things. You have the problem is that you have not yet thought of those big things. But if you start thinking of those big things and act them, the results are going to be seen in your life. So in the video that I could not upload, I talked extensively about thoughts, I talked extensively about actions, I talked extensively about results. I gave examples, I tried to give some steps on how to do it, but all the same is good. Definitely I'm going to make that video again. I'm not thinking I should make that now because it's evening now, and I want to catch some sleep because tomorrow begins a new work week, and Mondays are always very somewhat stressful because it's the first day of the week, so it becomes very difficult waking up and all that. But that's why I can't make a repetition of that long video today. But hopefully tomorrow in the morning before I step out for work, I'm going to make another video for you guys, telling you about another thought that came to mind in the morning. I'm just making this, I just made that hour long video by reason of a thought that came to mind during the day. That's why I decided to make that video, but all the same, it's all good. So I'm making this video to tell you that never give up. I'm not giving up because this video could not be published for Earl to see. I'm still going to make videos, and hopefully I'm going to cover that topic maybe even better in another video, because in the last video I was all over the place. I was thinking about different things, and I mean, because what I do is not scripted. It's not scripted. Sorry. So I do not have a specific way I'm going about this. I was just rambling about the thoughts that were coming to me. But maybe in the near future, I might do it in a more systematic and followable way, which would help you, the viewer. So it's all good that it didn't come out. So we'll try and do it again. We'll try and learn more and do it. But all that I want to tell you in this video is that never give up on yourself, never give up on your dream. Know that whatever you think about, that is what or who you would become. If you think about positive things, you are going to become a positive person. If you think about negative things, you are going to be a negative person. So choose what you want to think about. No one can choose for you what to think about. No one can force you to think about what you do not want to think about. It's only you that can give yourself the chance to think about what you want to think about. And so if you want to see positive things happen to you, the only advice I would give to you is to think positive, think positive, think positive, think positive, think positive. No one in this world would make you think positive if you do not think positive for yourself. So think positive for yourself. That is one. Think positive, and you're going to go places. Two is to think big, big, because your mind is powerful. Your mind is limitless. You are not an ordinary human being. You can do the impossible if only you set your mind to it. So think big, think big, think big. And when you think big, act on your thoughts. Act on your thoughts. Be consistent in whatever that you plan on doing. Be consistent in whatever you plan on doing. As I am consistent now, be consistent also, because no one is going to do what you want to do, because no one understands the pain you are going through. No one wants the results you want. So you know the result you want in your life. You know what you want to do. So you are the only person that would have that passion or the zeal to do what you ought to do. So act on everything that you decide to do. Be sure to think positive. Be sure to break the cycle and do well to always think positive. Have a big dream. Follow your dream. Work towards it day in and day out, and be blessed. If you like this video, you can support this channel by liking the video. You can also leave a comment in the comment section below. This is an introduction to my channel. I'm going to make a collage of these videos and put it together to make an hour-long video for my introduction to this channel. Then as time goes on, I'm going to release more short videos on my thoughts on life, my personal thoughts on business, and other things about my life. And I'm ready to share my experiences, and I want to serve as a guinea pig for you that want to make money online from anywhere in the world, but specifically from Africa. If you are thinking of making money online, I'm trying to be a pace setter here by going ahead, going through all the trenches, going through all the difficult part and learning, sharing my experiences with you, and giving you the best advice and recommendations that would help you to get to your destination faster than I could get to, because I've done a lot. I've wasted 2 years and I've made $0 online, $0 online. If I tell you what I've bought and the things I've done, you might have made, maybe if it's you, you would have given up by now. But I believe I can still make something out of what I've done. So even after 2 years that I've not done anything, I'm still persevering on the same mission. I know I'm going to see its fruit very soon. So do not be discouraged when things are not going well for you. Continue to be encouraged, because all things are possible to him that believe it. I believe I can make money online from Ghana, and I know I'm going to do it. So believe in whatever dream that you have, focus on it, take action on it, and I know you're going to be a success. I'm taking action on my dream now. Very soon I will see the results. So if you like this video, if you like to see more of it, motivate me. You can motivate me to make more videos by liking this video. You can also do what to comment your reaction or anything you are thinking about, or any video suggestion you want me to do. Just leave a comment in the comment section below. and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That is the most important. You subscribe and hit the notification bell. Hit that notification bell to make sure that whenever I upload any video, you would be the first person to know. Do these three things for me, and I'll be glad. You will see in my description that there are no links in it. There might only be a summary of everything I'm going to talk in this video. So I only need these three things from you. That is to like this video, to comment on this video, to share it if you can, and the sharing is not mandatory, but the subscription is mandatory. Please subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe channel, motivate me to do more videos, because when I know that there are people watching the videos, then I'll be more motivated to make more interesting videos. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, subscribe, and be sure to watch each and every video, because from now onwards you're going to see my face on a regular basis, and I'm ready to share my experiences with you on my journey to make money online. This is the journey so far. You are welcome once again. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Hello guys, so welcome back. Good morning to anyone watching this video. I made a video yesterday and had some setbacks yesterday after trying to record an hour-long video. It didn't work out, but I made a second video which is on this channel. Yeah, so this is Monday morning, once again prepared to go to work. I'm still doing my national service, just in the second month of my national service. Still have some 10 months or almost a year or two, so we are grinding in, right? Yeah, step by step, day by day, it's going to work out. So I just wanted to do this video to share some few thoughts which I started developing yesterday about the power of the mind. And all that I want to tell anyone watching this video is that we have a limitless mind. We are powerful than what we think we are. Our ability to accomplish things are greater than what we think we even have. And so no matter what you are going through as a human being, know you have more in you than any other creature. We are the highest form of creature in this world. No creature apart from us can think the way we can think. Okay, and that brings me to the second thought of thinking. You see, many people think they think, but what they do not know is that they do not think. I mean, thinking is a very conscious process, but many people assume they think. And so there is a book by Napoleon Hill entitled Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. But one of the things that is peculiar about rich people is that they think. Most people do not think, because thinking is not uh, an easy process. It takes practice. It takes some form of exercising your mind. You exercise your mind to learn how to think and how to think better. But the traditional educational system does not help us to exhibit these skills. We are only taught how to rote learn. So you need to chew, you need to pour, and you forget about it. That is how our traditional educational system is set up. It's set up for us to always use our mind for just the shallow purposes, like memorization, like repetition, and so just a little bit. We use our mind for only some small tasks, but there are some bigger and high function tasks that our mind can perform, which can transform our lives totally and differently. But our traditional educational system does not cater for those things, and so it takes time for any individual to actually learn the act of thinking. That is why I was saying that many people in this world think they think, but what they do not know is that they do not think. They just act based on their former experiences. But if you think, you do not but Proctor said, if you think, you do not react, but you respond to situations. So if in your life you have been reacting to situations, and the difference between reaction and response is that reaction always leads to negative results, but response always leads to positive. And so when you react to situations, it means you are just giving an impulse response back to whatever situation you are in, and with that the end result will always be negative, because you did not actually think about the issue, you did not actually find a way around the issue, you just quickly reacted impulsively to what happened to you. And according to him, you are not going to be able to come out on top. And response rather comes when you analyze the situation and you critically analyze your options, and you give a reply based on the best option that can help you to come out successful. And so it's better to respond to situations rather than to react. And it's only those that know how to think that respond, but many of us always react because we do not know how to think. And so one way you can test yourself to see if you are thinking is whether you react or you respond to situation. If you have been reacting to situation, I'm sorry for you, you have not been thinking. But if you respond to situations, then you have been thinking. So that is why I'm saying thinking is not an easy process to overcome. It's quite um, a big step to take for any individual, and so you should not be discouraged if by now you are not. People in their 50s, in their 60s have not have now been told they do not think, which is very sad. Like you have wasted like 50 years of your life, and you are being told you did not think in any of them. But it's true in some way that most people in life do not think. We only react to things that happen to us impulsively. So always we are on the losing end. We only react to negative things, and the end result for us is always negative. But he's saying we need to think about whatever that you are doing. You need, because everything that we do in life as human beings begins from our mind, and our mind is not uh, an organ. One thing you should know is that there's a difference between the mind and the brain. Your brain is not your mind. If anyone tells you that the brain that is in your skull is your mind, it is a lie. No scientist has ever said that the brain in our mind, in our head, is our mind. No, the mind is a non-physical element of our human system. That is why it is so powerful. That is why it is bigger. Its capacity is bigger than what our brain can contain. You see, our brain has a limit. Your brain can only expand to fill the capacity of your head. And so the shape of my head is the shape of my brain as well. That is what science has proven. So how big your head is how big your brain can also be, because your brain grows in accordance to how your head grows. And so your brain cannot be bigger than your head. That is why our mind, the way our mind works is different from the way our brain works. Our brain works for us to function physically as human beings, because there are some things like speaking, like talking, like touching, like feeling, that we need, our brain needs to send this the message down to our systems and our other parts of our bodies to work. But the activity of thinking is not done with the brain, it is done with a higher faculty which is not physical, and that is our mind. And many people, for me as being a Christian, we compare the mind to the heart, because the heart that we talk about as it being the place where we hide our most secret things, it's not the heart that pumps blood. You cannot keep anything in your heart, in this heart, in this physical heart that pumps blood. No, there's nothing you can place there that will be there. But normally when the Bible talks about the heart, we equate it to the mind, because both of these are assumed to be not physical, but we attribute them to physical objects like the brain and the heart, so that children will be able to understand the concept. But as we grow, we come to understand that the heart only pumps blood. The heart doesn't keep any hidden truth, as the Bible says. And the head or your brain doesn't think, but your brain just functions for your other part, the other parts of your body to function. So all that I'm saying is that our mind is much bigger and much greater than we ourselves, and so we should not be thinking shallow, or we should not think we do not have the capacity to accomplish something. I don't know what you think you can accomplish, and you've told people and people are telling you you can't do it. The reason why someone will tell you you can't do something is because that person himself or herself cannot fathom how that thing can be done. He is not thinking in that moment. He has not thought if it would happen or not happen. He is just basing his response on the experiences he has had in the past. Because if you are coming from a background where you know money is not there, we are conditioned to easily think that things will not be given, things cannot come to us easily unless you struggle and strive so much in life. But that is not true. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve by changing your thinking, by changing the way you look at situations and the way you look at things. And so our mind is greater. And one mistake that most of us make is by looking for validation from others. The reason why the idea came to you and did not go to that friend or that neighbor of yours is because you had the capacity to think. But that friend of yours does not have the capacity to think now. This is not an insult to it, the truth. And so you going to that person to ask if this business plan of mine will work or not, you are just making the wrong move. The only thing the person is going to do is to protect you. I don't care if it's your mother, it is your father, it's your brother, it's your pastor. All they are going to do is to protect you. And so when you share your idea with them and they think that, wow, this idea is too big and you can't accomplish it, their mind is set to protect you by telling you that for you not to be disappointed because this cannot be accomplished, then give up on that dream. And that is why you also feel disappointed and you also feel that it is true, my father said it, my mother said it, my brother said it, my pastor is saying it, that this thing will not work, and so I think it will not work. But have you asked yourself why you were the one that had the idea and not your pastor? Have you asked yourself why you had the idea and not your brother? Have you asked yourself why you had the idea and not your father? It is because you were operating on a higher faculty different from what they were operating on. That is why you can think of that thing as something that is visible and they cannot, because they've not gotten to that stage yet. What I'm talking about of thinking is not dependent on your age. Many times we say the older one becomes, the wiser the person becomes. No, sometimes it's not always the truth, as Bob Proctor says, because most people do not think, and so you cannot actually say that because someone has gray hair it means the person is white, the person is wise, or he thinks a lot. No, because science has proven that most people do not think, but most people react. And so ask yourself that question first before you give up on that dream. That why is it that that idea came to me? Whatever idea that has come to you, it is you are not the first person it's coming to. It is because anyone before you that had the same idea could not go ahead of with it because he or she was in the same situation you are in this time, and so they also gave up. And that is why we are not seeing the fruition of that idea physically in this world. Take for instance the airplane that flies in the sky. It took two brothers that were confident enough to take an idea in their mind of how people can fly in the sky and bring it into the physical world. Imagine if they had the idea and because they were not having the capacity to accomplish it, they just forgot about it. By now, we'll still be struggling on how to move from one country to the other, and maybe the only means of transport still will be the bus or a train. But look at us now. Even in countries, we have intra traveling agencies or aeroplanes that take people from one city to the another, which is amazing, which shortens journeys for most people. But why did it take two brothers to accomplish it? It took the right brothers to think abnormally. Who in their right senses would think that I need to build something that would be rise above the earth and go into the sky and fly to another point? If you tell anyone, I believe when they told anyone in the 90s, many people were laughing at them in the 80s or in the 70s whenever they were born, because I don't know, I'm not an American historian. So imagine if when they told people and people discouraged them, they also forgot about the idea. Maybe by now we will not be having aeroplanes, but because they knew their idea was abnormal and because they knew their mind was greater than what they can fathom, they went ahead with it. And even when they failed and they failed and they failed, they persisted. And in the end, we have an aeroplane that flies now in the sky because two people took the initiative to do something that was different from the normal. In their days, they did not have an aeroplane, but they did something abnormal. And that is how come we are seeing an aeroplane today and we think it is a normal phenomenon. It is not normal. It was not normal some years ago, but now it is normal to us because we see it in our everyday life. But imagine how, just think about this story that I've told you about how it came about. It came about by reason of two people thinking they can do it and acting on their thinking. Thomas Edison, he wanted to cancel the use of candles. People were just buying candles every day to produce light, but he wanted a way in which we can have light that is not dependent on kerosene or on candles. He tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and he failed so many times until he was able to succeed. Imagine if when he failed the first time, Thomas Edison stopped. Would we be having light today? The light bulb that we have today, do you think we'll still be having it? Maybe we might be still be having it, but in a different shape, but in a different form. All that I'm telling you is that whatever that you are thinking of to do, now you might think that you will not be able to accomplish it because no one in this world knew he or she can accomplish something before he did it. Every one of us have his or her own challenges, his or our own fears that we face. But it takes those who will take the initiative to overcome their fears that are going to be successful in bringing out their ideas. Many people all over the world walking around have great potentials in them, great ideas, great minds, great things that they can use to affect the world. But ask yourself, how many people do you see rising to the top to change the world? Only a few of us. Only those who take the initiative to overcome their fears and take the decision that no matter what the world says, I know this idea is going to work and I'm going to work on it. And it's only those that do that that will also come out on top. I'm asking you today, what is that idea that has come to you that you have brushed aside because your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your pastor, your uncle, or any other family relative or friend told you this plan will not work? Did you actually work on it? Did you even give yourself the chance to fail on it? Because many people, you see, failure is one of the things that many people do not want to experience. Many people, most people in this world, or all people do not want to fail, myself inclusive. But I've learned that it only takes failure for one to be successful. You can only be successful after you have failed for a while. Understand this. Success does not come on the first point. Good, you might be lucky and your success will happen on your first action point. That is very brilliant and excellent. That is a good motivation for you. But if it doesn't work on the first time, know that so many people in the history books, so many people that we look up to today, so many people that have their names embedded in history forever, they did not get their name there because they did something once and they stopped. No, it is because they persisted consistently until they had the results they wanted. That is why we still today talk about them. Thomas Edison that I spoke about, the Wright brothers that I spoke about, the many inventors, Steve Jobs, even currently the richest man in the world. Oh, I've forgotten this man's name. Microsoft. Bill Gates. He's an he's a revolutionary now, and he's one that is going to be talked about in generations to come. Not because he lived like any normal human being, it's because he stood against the norm. He tried to change a system, he tried to change something, and look at his life now. He's now seen as an idol by many people, and he's going to be in the history books forever. Everyone after his generation, everyone after him, for however long this earth will continue to be here, would remember Bill Gates because of the transformation he brought into the technological system or the technological world. And so, what is that idea that you have? What is that concept that you have that you think it cannot be done? Ask Bill Gates if he ever thought he could accomplish it. Maybe he thought he could, but he didn't know how it was going to come to pass. He did not, because it was still an idea in his mind. I'm putting it to you that that idea in your mind, no matter how big it is, you can't accomplish it. Just give yourself the chance to fail. You start it and do it and fail at it, and know that at least you tried and you failed. But do not just decide that no, I'm not going ahead with it. That is the worst thing you can do to yourself and the worst thing you can do to the world, because maybe through you someone's life might also be touched. And so remember, any idea that comes to you, nurture it. See how best you can work on it. If you cannot work on it, it's never too late to share your idea with someone whom you think can help you work on it. And I know that you can make something out of anything that you persevere on. Know that our mind is limitless. Our mind is powerful. We have a very big mind, and so whatever you think of, whatever you try to do, whatever you imagine, know that you can accomplish it. Put belief in it. Tell yourself, I can, because greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. And I know that with God, all things are possible. So never be discouraged. Keep on dreaming big. Keep on thinking of the big things. Keep on doing the things you are doing that is sending you to higher levels. Do not listen to what man will say. Man will not give you that motivation you need, because they have not gotten to the point where you are. You are at the point where you can overcome this. So gather yourself up. When you are even down, come alive again and do what you need to do to accomplish what you need to accomplish. I'm still living in Zapinkra. Welcome to this channel. You can help me by liking this video. You can also help me by sharing it. You can also help me by subscribing to this channel. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be sure that whenever I release any video, you are able to see it. And lastly, before I leave, in the comment section below, tell me what you think of this video, your thoughts, your thinking of what I've just shared with you. And I believe that we can start some discussion there. Let's continue the conversation down there in the comments below. Subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello there once again. This is Pinkra from the journey of a Ghanaian entrepreneur channel. Today I'm making a video in my office. Yeah, I was quite late. We left home early this morning, so I couldn't get a chance to actually shoot a video before we left the house. And so this might be the last video in my video compilation to my introduction to my channel. And I believe that with the message that I've shared so far, you have a small knowledge of what this channel is going to be about. Basically, it's going to be about mindset, motivation, entrepreneurship, and lifestyle. And I'm going to use myself as an example throughout my journey as I seek to be a Ghanaian entrepreneur. So maybe one thing I need to question you all about is, forgive me for the poor nature of my videos. It's due to the fact that I shot the videos with my phone as I'm doing now, but when I transferred it to my desktop, the camera quality, I don't know, because it's not that good, made the video look a little bit off. So forgive me for that. This is just the beginning. As time goes on, as my editing gets better, my videos are also going to be much better. They are going to also improve. So just stay tuned and continue to watch out. But one thing I want you to understand is that all that I've been talking about so far in the previous videos has to do with the power of the mind. One thing we should all note is that the mind is a very important, or the most important part of our human system, if I must say, because it is what controls our outcomes, what controls our actions, what controls our being in totality. It's what makes us function as human beings. And so it's a very important thing to look at as human beings. And so this channel is basically going to be about my journey on learning more about the mind and sharing my experiences and my lessons of what I've learned so far with respect to the mind and how it works. And I hope that with as I share these experiences with you, you might take some of my lessons and use it in your own life. And I believe that it's going to help you, because it's some of these lessons that have helped me to change the way I think about life, to change the way I talk, to change the way I look at certain things in life. Because formerly, because I was not thinking the way I should have thought, there were things that were not going right in my life. But since I became aware and started to be more conscious of what I think of and what thought I allow into my mind, I've seen so many changes in my system physically. I've also seen changes in my life, and I'm now able to attract certain things that I was not able to attract formerly, all because I have changed my mind. Now I do not look at the negative side of things anymore. I always try to find a positive out of every situation, and that is one key thing you should note about the mind. Whatever that you feed to it, that is what it's going to produce. The mind is like a bare land. Whatever the farmer sows on it, it will germinate out and produce its fruit. So also your mind is. If in your mind you plant in negative thoughts, it's always going to give you negative results. But if you plant in positive thoughts, it's going to give you positive thoughts. So that is one thing you should do, and start practicing that. Wherever you find yourself, whatever situation that you are in, do not think about the negative side of that situation. You cannot change the situation, because the situation has already happened. That cannot be changed. But what happens after that situation is up to you. You can decide to make the situation a turning point of your life, or you can make that situation where the breaking point of your life. It is up to you. It can either break you or make you, but it only takes your ability to think in a positive manner to make you. But if you think in a negative manner, definitely you are going to be broken, because the more you think negative, the more you are going to attract negative things into your life, and the more you attract negative things into your life, the more you are going to experience negative results. And so that is a fact. And so many people going around the world complaining about their lives are not then they are not seeing change, because they always complain about their life in a negative way. They do not appreciate the little they have in their lives. Some of us complain about the money we don't have, but have you imagined what someone who does not have two hands is also complaining about? He's also complaining about his inability to have two hands to work. But you have the hands to work, but you are not getting the outcome you want. Why don't you look at the positive side of you having two hands and being able to at least earn something? Even if it's not that much, you have the ability to earn something, and be grateful for that, because out of that gratefulness would come more more open doors. Because the Bible even says that to him that little is given, that is able to keep, him also greater things will be given. Take for example the parable where he shares of the talent. The one that was given 5, the one that was given 2, the one that was given 1. The 5 decided to invest it and made an additional 5. The 2 also invested and got an additional 2. The one decided to bury his, so the little he had, he did not use it for anything. He was not even grateful to the master for it. And so when the master came, we all know the end result. He was punished, and what he had was given to one, the one that multiplied his by 5. And so what this is telling us is that God is giving you this gift. You are able to earn something with your life. Someone is not even able to get anything, he struggles to eat, but you are fortunate to know that at least you have something in your bank account, even though it's not that much, but you are complaining bitterly about how bad your life is. What you should know is that the more you complain bitterly about how your life is, the more your life is going to be bitter, because bitter thoughts produces bitter actions, and bitter actions goes back to better results. But if you concentrate on how grateful God has been to you, to give you the ability to see with your two eyes, to have two hands, to have two legs, and you are grateful for the ability to even earn that little money that you have, then out of that, more things are going to come your way, and you'll be able to earn much more than you have now, because you are grateful for the little you have. And so these are some of the thoughts that I'm going to share with you on this journey. I want to commit myself to doing this, because I believe it's a very important concept that most people do not understand. That's the power of the mind. Many people do not understand how the mind works, and it's important in our lives. And as I learned some of these small tips from some of the mentors I follow, I believe as I share with you, you might resonate with what I'm saying and you might better understand this concept. And the best thing for me is that you understand this concept. If you do not understand this concept that I am putting across, then there will not be any need for me to put it across. But the most important thing for me is for you to understand this concept I bring across, and for you to start practicing them in the smallest way that you can, as little as you can. And very soon I'll be laying out a challenge for myself to making my first sale online. I've started an Etsy shop and I am selling some t-shirts online, and I've started some art on it, but I've not yet made any sales. So I'm going to very soon make a challenge on making my first order on Etsy, but that is for another video. But just stay tuned because more exciting things are going to come on this channel. This channel is just starting. We have not yet done anything. We are about changing the world, revolutionizing things, and you're going to see more and better things from me. So just stay tuned and don't shift the dial from this channel. So as I bring my message to an end today, just enjoy the previous videos that I've created with this phone, sharing my thoughts. I think most of my thoughts did not come in an orderly manner, but I hope that as time goes on and as I become more great at it, I'll be able to systematize my thoughts and be able to give you chronological things that are going to help you to make the desired change that you need to make. So just stay blessed, continue keeping on no matter what is going on in your life. Continue to always find a positive in it. Continue to always look at the positive side of life. Imagine if things were great, if things were good, if things were going on smooth, and live your life that way. Forget about the troubles, because the troubles are always going to be there. No one succeeds without failing. That is one thing we should all take notice of. Anyone that has succeeded, if they tell you their story, you always find an element of failure, telling us that it always takes someone to fail to succeed. Failure is part of the process. Just enjoy it, embrace it in your life. Make sure you enjoy it and see the positive side of it. And I know that as time goes on, things are going to get better. I will appreciate it so much if you like this video. Also share your comments and your thoughts about this video compilation that I've made. This is the last video of the compilation, so be do all to share your thoughts on what you've learned so far, and also subscribe to the channel, because we are going to make some waves in the internet and people are going to hear of us very soon. So join the tribe, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell icon, so that whenever I release a new video, you'll be notified and you'll be made aware. And I'll see you soon. My name is Ebenezer from the Journey of the Ghanaian Entrepreneur channel. Bye bye. I believe in you.